Happy New Year to you. Update 1 on Cyclone Bejisa, currently located to the east of Madagascar as a Category 2 cyclone. Wind speeds 110 miles per hour. Its pressure is 952 millibars right now. Its current position is 15.2 degrees south, 53.5 degrees east as of 9 PM UTC December 31st. In 24 hours time you'll see it will be maintaining its strength for the most part, could re-intensify into a Category 3 storm before beginning to weaken as it heads towards the south-southeast. We could also be looking at a possible landfall situation over the island of La Réunion, and we could also be seeing some storm conditions occurring on Mauritius as well. Both of those islands could be seeing some storm conditions in the next few days. Class 1 cyclone warning in effect for the latter, Mauritius, and a pre-cyclone alert for the northern coastline of La Réunion right now as the storm heads towards the south. It'll then likely turn towards the southwest eventually, far to the south of Madagascar before beginning to turn post-tropical eventually. Sea surface temperatures right now are fairly warm where the storm's located, 28, maybe 29 degrees Celsius, so certainly looking decent at least until it reaches those islands. And again, we could see a little bit of strengthening on the way, possibly to Category 3 intensity, but it has weakened a little bit recently. It was once a Category 3 storm for a brief period, but has weakened, but we could see some further strengthening over the next few days. It all depends on how it goes in the next 12 to 24 hours. Certainly by the time it reaches the islands, it will be beginning to weaken, and then it will head towards the south, as you can see on the models here, and then towards the southwest. There's also another system that could be forming not too far from the coast of Mozambique in Africa, and could be moving towards Madagascar, the western coast this time, and could be a weak tropical cyclone by the time it reaches the island. So, looking at the latest satellite imagery of the current storm, Bejisa, it's currently located here. You can see Madagascar on the left-hand side there, and the storm itself looks like it's displaced a little bit towards the east of the centre of the storm. So most of the worst of the weather is to the east of the storm, which could be bad news for Mauritius if it remains that way. There was an eye that was quite visible not very long ago, or at least 12 hours ago, but it appears to have faded, at least on the latest satellite imagery. But we could see a re-emergence of that, and I don't believe that it's entirely gone, at least not yet. But you can see on the western side of the storm it's looking a little bit lacking, so not too much going on the coast of Madagascar. We could be seeing some gusty winds going on there, but doesn't look like there's too much going on in terms of heavy rain right now. So as for the world tropics, there's only two systems going on at the moment. Bejisa, of course, located just east of the northern half of Madagascar in the southern Indian Ocean, and we have the remnants of Christine, which made landfall in Australia as a Category 2 storm yesterday and has weakened inland over Western Australia. A remnant now, pretty much, Christine, and is likely to be completely gone by the time it reaches the southern coast of the island. So this is the current situation in the Indian Ocean. You can see both systems on either side of the screen. As far as any other systems forming are concerned, doesn't look like there's much going on there, though we may see some sort of change in the next few days, as we hinted with the models just before, and possibly some developments in the northern Indian Ocean too. So 2013/14 compared, obviously local time, it is now 2014, but as for the time being on UTC it's still 2013. 3 storms so far this season, 2 of which have reached hurricane intensity, 2 of which have reached major hurricane intensity or its equivalent. That is in the southern Indian Ocean in particular. It doesn't include storms in the Australian region, which is east of 90 degrees east. You can track this storm and indeed any other storms out there on the website force13.com/stormtracking.html. There haven't been many updates on that recently, but all will be back to normal on January the 2nd. Elsewhere on the web, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter to search Force 13 on either of those mediums. And if you have any comments about the current situation, or any questions or anything like that which you'd like me to answer directly, you can send them through private message on YouTube or by the website on the contact form on the contact page of the website there. The next update on this storm will follow in about 24 hours time, so that's going to be at 9 PM UTC January the 1st. But until then, that's all for now, and hope you have a very good and safe year in 2014.